Hi, this is Jason from Sweaty Hero Comic Bargains, and today we're talking about Marvelous Miles Morales Spider-Man. And so this is an example of how you can get a variant cover in the dollar bins. I got this from Rogues Gallery Comics. And now support your comic story. If you see a variant cover and they're asking $10, $20, or $100 for it, it's because they have to buy so many comic books in order to get that variant cover. But sometimes, and so I would encourage you, if you want that variant cover and you want to support a comic store, do get those covers when they do offer them. But I'm not a variant cover guy myself, and but this is an example of how sometimes you'll find these variant covers in dollar bins or overstock bins, or at cover price, just only 6 months later. And so this is Miles Morales Spider-Man number 10, and Nightfall is the variant cover. And then we got more Miles Morales Spider-Man. Now, Miles Morales Spider-Man did take the Ultimate Spider-Man title. 150 issues was Peter Parker as Ultimate Spider-Man, with Bendis and Mark Bagley doing art, and then Miles Morales take over that title and the Ultimate Universe. But then he eventually came to the Marvel Universe, but they're incorporating the numbering from when he was in the Ultimate Universe into that 305 number that you see up there. So Miles Morales, Spider-Man, fighting Vulture, and again now he's in the regular universe, of course. And this is him with Deadpool, and then him fighting Ares, Gal Gadot War, and one more issue of Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Legacy number 316. Then we got an issue of Marvel 2-in-1 featuring the Thing, Human Torch, and Doctor Doom as the villain. Marvel Comics Presents, which I've talked about before in other videos. These are other copies I found when I bought a long box of dollar books at a great value. And this is a Sam Keefe cover, and this is another cool Sam Keefe cover of Ghost Rider and Cable. And here we have another Sam Keefe cover where it's Ghost Rider, and then we have Wolverine. Thunderstrike is a fun title that was a Thor spin-off title. Thunderstrike was Thor for a while, and this is by Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz. I've talked about Us in other videos, and basically for those watching this video for the first time, this Us One was a toy, and that's all the toy was. That's it, a truck. That's all you had. It didn't have villains to fight. You didn't have super villains. You didn't have a transforming truck. You just had a truck. And so they made a comic book series of it for 12 issues with this guy who was a CB radio in his head. And it was basically like Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit, or, one of those type of movies from the 80s which had like trucks or cars. But combine it with science fiction, and in this case, fighting Nazis and aliens. I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous, but I enjoy it for how ridiculous it is. Always fun to see how Marvel takes toys and makes them into series. The Punisher Summer Special. So this has a variety of different stories. Again, a bargain at $1. The official handbook of the Marvel Universe. This issue, Book of the Dead and Inactive. If I was to go through this list of the dead and inactive, though, I mean, Banshee? No, he's back. Baron Structure probably came back. Black Knight probably came back. Baron Zemo came back. Bucky came back, even. I mean, I think Captain Marvel's one of the rare ones as of this video in 2026 that has not come back. That version of Captain Marvel. Norman Osborn, yes, he's come back. So, a lot of cool history in the Marvel Universe. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love this first page where it says, what do you mean shaken, not stirred? I don't watch Martini shaken, not stirred in reference to Bond. So, kind of a very James Bond thing. A crossover of the King in Black storyline from Venom with the Valkyries. We have an issue of crossing over with the New Warriors. Of issue of with the New Warriors here, and Punishers in this story. Then we have Generation X, Iron Cat, and Avengers Log, which gives it a detailed history of kind of the Avengers. And finally, we have an issue of Avengers from when Bendis and Romita were doing it. So lots of great stuff here, and I encourage you to keep checking out your comic store for more bargains. Thanks.